I'm going to have to blur that entire thing out because you can't swear within the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video if you're ever curious about that kind of thing. What the fucking literally. Basically, babe, story progression is coming. Like, I'm just going to say it as it is. I'm not going to hide between any... No, literally, we're going to talk about this first and foremost. Story progression is coming. Oh my God. Are you shitting my dick? So this all happened when I was playing Fortnite with my bestest friends, and then I looked down and I got a notification that The Sims were live. Also, I was supposed to have a chill day today because I'm going to London tomorrow, so I've actually got quite a lot of things to do that don't involve YouTube today to sort out for this event this weekend. But here I am, babe, reporting to you. This is live. It's 11:34 a.m. and it's a beautiful Middlesbrough morning today, and it gives me great pleasure to tell you that story progression is coming to The Sims 4. You know what? The had us in the first half, I'm not going to lie. Now I do have a lot of faith. I do. You gotta have faith, the faith. I gotta have faith, baby. So basically, let's just say out first and foremost, I've watched the live stream. I've looked at the update notes. We have a lot to get through. So without further ado, let me just give you a little brief overview so you don't have to watch the live stream. Don't mind me. Listen, I haven't put these bags away because my new house is getting redone and there's no point in putting things away to then take them all back out. So just ignore that, right? We've all got issues. I'm not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. So we're going to like dissect it bit by bit. So it is Nate, a designer for The Sims 4. Beautiful work, babe. Beautiful work. So let's first off dive into neighborhood stories. So The Sims 4 is so much that your Sims can do, blah, 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 blah. But nothing really happens unless it's not in your household. If you're not aware, because I know a lot of people started with The Sims 4, no shade to you, babe. We can't all be OGs like me. But a lot of people started with The Sims 4. And in The Sims 3, a brand new thing got introduced that we didn't have in previous games. We kind of had it in The Sims 2. Your friends could age up with you. But The Sims 3 had story progression. So even if you weren't playing a household, that household would still live. It wasn't that great in The Sims 3 though, but we did have the option to mod it. So when I'm looking at The Sims 3 story progression, just know that I'm viewing it through the lens of mods as well, which is something that, you know, The Sims 4 might include story progression mods for The Sims 4. So yeah, that was the first time we got introduced to it, because before this, your Sims was static, babe, absolutely static, didn't change at all. And it'd be weird because, you know, you'd focus on one Sim and there'd be an elder, but the brother could be like a baby still in another house. It was bizarre. So yeah. And then in The Sims 4, people aged, but nothing happened. And my boobs are tense. I think I'm hormonal, sorry. Ow. Big mommy milkers. I'm in a good mood. Manic, some might say. But yeah, so this is basically an update that lets things happen outside of just your family in The Sims 4, which is something that we desperately need in The Sims 4. It's one thing that is stopping me from fully committing to it as my favourite game. I think I'd need story progression, semi-open world. Yeah, to be honest, I'm still not quite over all the loading screens. Moving on. The first release of this focuses on Sims connected to your household, so co-workers, basically people that you've already got an established relationship with, that your Sim already knows. So that is who this one will affect. And then as it's also getting released in multiple updates, so this won't be the only updated version of them, and they'll be expanding it throughout the updates. So these Sims that you already know will be able to do new things like choose a new career or have a baby without your actual having to change to play them. So they're basically rebranding story progression as neighborhood stories, I think. That's the vibe that I got from this. And your Sims can actually influence this as well. So you could influence, you know, another Sim to break up with a husband, or you could convince a Sim like, yeah, go and get that new career, or yeah, go and try for a promotion. Like, they'll just ring them up for general family advice. And you can also, in the live stream, they brought Bella Goth round and said about expanding the family, and she was like, yeah, I'll ask the Mortimer. And then she got told that she should break up with Mortimer, and she's like, I think I know more about my marriage than you do, sweetheart. So they can say yes or no, which is a good thing, because I think it'd take away the spontaneity of it a bit if they were yes men. And it's also something that I thought was fantastic, which there's definitely been a lack of so far in the franchise, is that it's also dependent upon traits. So if you asked someone who hated kids to have a child, they'd be like, no, absolutely not, thank you. Would rather shit in my hands and clap. You know, if you say something that offends them, it can end up with a negative sentiment, so something that lasts, which I think is a really good thing. But also, not all of the things that you can suggest are positive, because you can suggest, like I said earlier, breakups and stuff, which I love that. It can basically become a menace, which I already am. Menace to society. So you can trash talk one Sim or another, which will greatly reduce the relationship between those two neighbor Sims. Try to get two grown-up Sims or two teen Sims to form a romantic relationship. Oh my god, we can literally be looking on the sidelines. I will go down with this ship. Try to convince a Sim in a relationship to dump or divorce a romantic partner, or encourage an unemployed neighbor Sim to find a job. Now that is a little bit Tory behaviour behaviour in it as the Sims team being a Peppa Pig world lately. And then as well as this, there was also 2 new aspirations, which I'm actually a big fan of their aspirations. One of them is Neighbourhood Confidant, which is basically, it's for Sims who aspire to be helpful and positive presence in the lives of neighbourhood Sims. So basically, Jesus, he was a good neighbour, wasn't he? I'm willing to bet. Actually, he must have had so many meetings around his house. Maybe he wasn't the best neighbour to have. And your work on all this will give you the new confidant trait, which stops conversations getting awkward and boring. I wish I could have that trait, babe. I haven't found a way around that yet. And then there is also my fucking favourite, and we know that we're going to have so much fun in this. You know how many videos I'm going to get out of this. Villainous Valentine. Basically, this is Don Lothario's Taylor's version era. I am going to utilise this aspiration to fuck with him, but quite literally to fuck as well. I apologise that I am the way I am. So this is for Sims who aspire to destroy the love lives of all Sims, including their own. So, like, for example, one of the things with Villainous Valentine, the goals to get was get caught cheating, achieve X status with other Sims, and break up couples. Absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere is electric. But I like these 2 new inclusions a lot because I didn't actually expect them to ship as part of the update. An issue that I've found, and a lot of other Simmers have found, I'm not, the only one. I am like the other girls, is that a lot of aspirations that get shipped with new things are so pack related that there's almost no point picking them unless you're playing that specific pack. So it's really nice to have some things that don't necessarily relate to that. And then in the future, it's going to update, so more Sims are going to come, etc. So it says in the notes as well that story progression is one giant system that you can only turn on or off. So their solution to this is to add rich gameplay settings that I mentioned above, and having a pop-up for everything and having you decide everything or give advice on everything is their solution for the goal of choosing how neighborhood stories affects your game. So this is where, right, I've got to do it. I've got to give feedback. I'm a game changer, babe. There's no point just being a yes man and being like, that's absolutely perfect, because what would that help anyone? So my thoughts on this so far, really good, really excited for it actually. I'm really excited for where they can take this. I think that this will add so much depth in the game that's been missing. One thing that does concern me is, rather than having it as an on and off switch, right, which I agree is not the best, I don't think that the best thing to do instead is to have your sim that you're currently playing decide everything, because that takes the spontaneity and randomness and almost story out of it if you're, playing God on every single thing. I think that a good way to go about it would to be kind of utilize, the favorite aspects of the previous story progression, which is choice, honestly, like being able to choose if you want to pick everything, or being able to choose if you want to make decisions for, close family and friends, because it would also be annoying if, you had a big extended family and one sim went down a road that you didn't see for them. Although, to be honest, I think that would be quite fun. I love it, anything like that. I love anything that breaks the boundary. I think that it could get quite annoying quite fast for you to have to make the decision on every single thing, or for I don't want to know if 2 people want to get down and dirty and have a baby. Do you know, that's their prerogative. I don't want to be influencing someone. I don't want to be an influence in someone else's sex life. I really don't. So yeah, I think that if there is an option to change that, to change it to only get updates or to only be notified about or make decisions on like your best friends or family members or none at all, and people just make like these decisions by themselves without the influence of a divine power, which is me, then I think that could be a really good thing. But all in all, I am very excited about it. So this update is coming, I think it's the 30th of November. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it might be the 30th of November, which means, bitch, I will be home. I've got some social in the city this weekend. I'm back on Monday. Tuesday, babe, we will be completing the villainous aspiration. Meet me here, right? Tuesday, 6 p.m. Don Lothario is shagging every member of the Sims community. Thank you. And also, thank you to the Hen for 10 for reblogging this image. We also have another scenario, which is surviving the holidays scenario. Could be fun. Bit enemies to lovers. I will play it. I will. Oh, it will really get me in the Christmas spirit. Actually, fuck it. Yeah, I will play that. I will. Also, pronoun updates are to be discussed early 2022. This does not mean that pronouns are coming in 2022. It just means that there's a discussion being had about them. I might just be being paranoid, right? Or like I might be seeing things where there's not. But I feel like I've been playing the game lately and I've been seeing a lot more they, them, which, I'm not really that asked about pronouns in the sense of like, call me what you want, but you can't call me broke, whatever you want to call me. She, her, they, them, he, him, it, that, genuinely. Actually, my pronouns are none. Do not perceive me. Thank you. Also, I am agender. I feel like that's context that you may need there. But yeah. Excited about all that. And also we have some new Sims Delivery Express items, which Julian Iron Seagull shared this as well. Obviously this is from The Sims, but give credit where credit's due, babe. Shared new items coming through the Sims Delivery Express. And I saw some other people, can't remember the names off the top of my head though, say that this really gives them Sims 2 vibes. So fucking literally, I 100% agree with that. Also, this little fire decoration, quite mortified to say, I thought we already had one of those in game, and I have been using the kitchen, you know, the kitchen decoration, I think it's from Cool Kitchen Stuff, and it's got like the spatula and things. I've been using that as like a fireside decoration because that's what I thought it was. So also there's one thing that I haven't mentioned here, and I'm pretty sure you'll be like, Jessie, why aren't you mentioning it? That's because the Bella Goth video deserves one in and of itself, because I've actually got a bit of a surprise in there for you. Right, love yous. It's just a general update today. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, beach.